Hello everyone, welcome back to JFL Learning 365 YouTube channel. So we are discussing the Azure Service Bus series. So in last video we have seen, right? We have created one service bus, right? So go to that service bus. Okay. So now simply I'm going to that service bus. From there you can see this is the one which has been previously in previous video which has been created. Okay. Click on this one. Okay. Now in this service bus I want to create the queue. Okay. Now I landed to here. So as you can see on the screen, the right hand side you are able to see the this namespace. Okay, this namespace. So here, the right hand side, you can see on top, plus button is there, and that queue, create queue is there. Okay, click on this create queue. Here, you need to give the name of the queue. Okay, so before doing these activities configuration, let's try to understand some theoretical part. Okay, what is the reason that why we are creating queue? Basically there is a producer and consumer. Okay, so to directly deal with there is a we are not allowing him to directly deal, so there is a we implemented the queue. Okay, in the queue, through FIFO concept, it will go to the consumer. Okay, so now this is the part which we are trying to create. Okay, middle part queue we are trying to create. Okay, so what it will do basically, why we have created, see, so in a queue again, how many times it needs to get how many times it needs to try to deliver the message, how what should be happen, and what is the maximum site it should be allowed, those all settings we need to do. Okay, so basically here if you see on the screen, name we need to give. Okay, so here I'll give name as a JFL Q. Okay, JFL Q. And here, see, maximum queue size. So what is the queue size you are planning? So how you, what will be the your capacity, and in future which message, how many messages you are planning to deploy into this queue. Based on that, you need to select this one maximum size. So here as of now I'm going with the 1 GB only. Okay, 1 GB, but if you want, you can select till 5 GB. Okay, so this is nothing but a size means a space will get allocated for the queue. In the space, a partition will be, again it will be get created, so that partition also will show you down. So here, see, now this 1 GB I am selecting here. Here you need to select the maximum delivery count. So what is this maximum delivery count means? Basically, uh, from producer, it is taking a message and delivering to the this one consumer, right? So how many times it will try to attempt? So here it might be, it is like a 10 times. Okay, 10 times maximum issue. Like in say, it will be same as a retry policy. For example, if any API is not giving response, how many times you need to retry that to do the same activity. So you will do some like a 2 times, 3 times, every 250 seconds, do this activity, you will do, right? So again trigger like this, how many times you want to message. So here you can by default it came as a 10, but you can give define anything. So the value starts from 1 to 2000 times. Okay, till 2000 times we can create. This is the one of the important interview question. So it will be, range will be start from 1 and the maximum limit will be 2000. So as of now I am giving it as a 10. Okay, so maximum delivery count is a, I have given here as a 10. So how many times, how much time it should be live? For example, see, in a queue you have sent a message. Okay, queue job is to deliver that message to that particular consumer. Okay, till how much time it should be in a queue. For example, it should be like a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. our see attempts also you have given, but this within these attempts, how many days you want to do this attempt, that also you need to configure here. Okay, so after that time, automatically it will go to the dead letter queue. Okay, this automatically it will go to the after. So here you need to give the date and time. So as of now, by default it came as a 10. So here you can see here you can give any like how many days you want to give. So as of now I'm giving here like a 7 or 12 I can give. Okay, 12 I am giving. How many days? 12 days. And duration, log duration. So here basically uh, this is like a if, at what time it's automatically it should get expires. Okay, how much time? So maximum time it will be a 5 minutes, and minimum will be a 1 minute. Okay, so log duration means once you have sent a message, it should be get locked automatically. After that, it should not get to the second phase. So we'll log this one. Okay, so here you need to give 1 day, in days or hours or minutes you can define here. So by default it came as a one, so I am removing it and I am doing it to 2 minutes. Okay, so here, and after this you can see here there are some checkboxes are there. So each checkbox has a unique feature. Okay, each one has a unique feature. For example, you want to enable duplicate detection rule. So if you want to enable, means duplicate messages are came with the same transaction details, you want to kill them, then you need to enable this duplicate detection rule. It should not allow the duplicate request again to send stay in a queue. If you enable this one, it will automatically it will handle it. So like if you see there is a information icon is there, right? So if you see this one, automatically you can get a clarity on this. For example, enable auto delete on ideal queue. Means see, delete the queue immediately after it remains ideal configurable amount of time. For example, automatically if something should happen, is not achieved ideal for long time after this a message time been completed, then automatically delete, because unnecessary space will be get created, right? So if you want to do this one, so you can click on this enable button. So now if you clicking on this enable button, again you need to define here auto delete also. Means for example, I have some records are there in CRM. So I'll delete every 365 days. I will delete the previous year's record, right? So in the same way, so here to clear the partition space, so you can define here this one. Okay, so I'll give here same as the 14. Okay, I'll leave as it is. You can define here whatever the hours or minutes or second. So it will like a basically it will be decided by your architect. Okay, here based on that he will give. And now enable duplicate detection. As I told you, if you want to enable this one, again duplicate window detection it will show, and it will pay automatically it will get elapsed here. Okay, so as of now we'll not do anything here. Simply now see here forward messages and queues are there. So here still we didn't came to queues topic concept, right? So as of now I'll keep it is like this only. Just clicking on the hitting on the create button. Okay, let me create a hit on the create button. So here as you can see on the right hand side, creating queue, JFL queue has been is your queue has been successfully get created. Okay, I can see here my queue has been successfully created. So now I'll go to this, see. See, so there is a queues are there. See, I'll go here. This is my queue. Okay, so this is how we'll create a queue in Azure Service Bus. So we have till now we have understood like in previous video how to create the namespace we have understood, and now in this video we have understood how to create the queue. So basically we are preparing like a end to end how a service bus in a real time, a real life cycle of the software development, how it will be get handled. Those all we'll try to learn in this series. So stay tuned with Joyful Learning 365 YouTube channel. In next video, we'll discuss more on Azure Service Bus. Thank you.